Hey, what's up, J4K? Looks like we are live this morning or afternoon. Um, what we're going to do right now is we are going to look at what's happening in Rosemont right now. And more specifically, we're going to look at what the FBI is about to do to them. So you may have seen the reports about the Biological Resource Center. I'm going to go there now. And this has everything to do with the organ trafficking. So if you go to Google and you type in Biological Resource Center, you'll see all of these news articles. Valley man learns mom's body was sold for blast testing. Okay. FBI finds horrific Frankenstein-like experiment at body donation facility in Phoenix. Okay. Dismembered limbs sewn together like Frankenstein at body parts donation center. FBI found human remains at body donation for profit. Gruesome details. Okay. The articles go on and on and on. Body donation center in Arizona revealed to be an illegal chop shop. Biological Resource Center case drew spotlight to the body donation center. So this past week, a lot of media outlets have really picked up this case. And I'm going to show you what this has to do with Rosemont. So over here, I hope you can see my screen. Yeah, you guys should be able to see fine. Hey, Tamika. Okay, so over here on the right side of my screen, you can see the Google information for the Biological Resource Center in Arizona. Let's go to the FBI's website. Now, I've been saying this for a long time. I've been telling you on a lot of my videos that if you just go to the FBI's website and you search for Rosemont, you're going to find the case related to organ trafficking. So my Rosemont's already in here because I've been doing that. And this is good to put them in here so that the FBI knows what's important to you. So even if you don't need to do this, you should just go to their website and search Rosemont and click on this. So this is the article from, well, not an article. This is a page that they posted on the FBI's website, April 7, 2015, body donation investigation. Okay. It says the Detroit division of the FBI is conducting an investigation into the activities of the following human body donation companies' programs. The first one on the list is the Biological Resource Center in Phoenix, Arizona. That's these guys that we just looked at, okay? That's what all of the most recent articles in the past week have been about. It's been about the center in Arizona, okay? But look who's next on the list. The Biological Resource Center of Illinois, Rosemont / Schiller Park, Illinois. Okay, so this investigation is a lot bigger than just the one center in Phoenix. They have several centers, and Rosemont is definitely going to be next. The FBI is not going to overlook the fact that they're sewing together body parts, and I mean, if you read the articles, I don't want to read them because they're just disgusting. I mean, they talk about people's private parts just being thrown in buckets, people's heads just thrown around. And I mean, this one article says that they were sold for blast testing, but they were sold for, I mean, all kinds of things, It's really, really some sick stuff. But I just wanted to show you that, you know, I was like really concerned about this because I couldn't figure out how the FBI could let Rosemont live knowing that they're doing this illegal organ trafficking, But it seems like they are on the case. The FBI is slow. They have a very, very, very high conviction rate. Sometimes they take 5, sometimes take 10 years, following people around. So if I had a lot of money, I would bet it all that the Biological Resource Center of Illinois is going to be next. Okay. And very, very, very soon, we're going to see all of the articles coming out about the center down there. Now, I want to show you something else. Let me see. What I want to show you now is some of the paperwork regarding this organ trafficking. Now, what we're looking at here is this is a lawsuit between Lloyd's Syndicate. Lloyd's Syndicate is the plaintiff, and the Biological Resource Center of Illinois is the defendant, okay? So let's look up what is Lloyd's Syndicate. Okay, Lloyd's of London is a British insurance market where members join hands as syndicates to insure and spread risk of different businesses, organizations, and individuals. Okay, so this is the insurance company. Okay, so let's get into this real quick. And I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to leave this open so I can copy and paste this link for you. Okay, so the insurance company, so it says this is an insurance coverage dispute between Lloyd's Syndicate and the Biological Resource Center of Illinois. Okay, so now we're back at the Rosemont location, okay? So it says basically that they've been funding them. There's 10 underlying cases from their alleged mishandling and or sale of human remains. Okay, so this is in Rosemont. Okay. Let's go down here. It says after the FBI's raid between 2015 and 2017, remember this is when Kanika was found at the end of 2017, various individuals sued the Biological Resource Center of Illinois in Illinois and Arizona state courts, because remember they're all connected. Oh, I don't have the Google thing on there, but they're all connected, okay? So the Arizona and Illinois, same company. Okay, there's 10 underlying cases. These are the 10 cases that are in the courts. Dixon versus the Biological Resource Center of Illinois, Senderak versus them, Hayes, Banna, Seymour, Berman, Daniels, okay? So we can go and we can look up these cases too. We'll do that in another video. But these are the 10 cases, okay? Each complaint in the underlying cases allege that the Biological Resource Center induced the plaintiffs to agree to donate the descendants' remains for medical or scientific use, but that the center instead sold, mishandled, or desecrated the remains. Okay. Each complaint also alleges that they breached his duty to the plaintiffs to handle the descendant's body with respect and to use the remains only for medical or scientific purposes. Okay. And each complaint additionally referenced the FBI's January 2015 raid and alleges that the underlying plaintiffs discovered the mishandling of their loved ones' body parts following the raid. Okay. Now we're talking about the insurance policy. It says the policy states that the limit of liability or professional liability is $2 million for each claim and $3 million in the aggregate for all claims. Okay. So there's a dispute about coverage. So they're currently funding the biological resources defense and the underlying cases. The parties agree that Hiscox, this is the insurance, has paid more than $2 million in claim expenses. In January 2018, Hiscox filed a 3-count complaint in this court. And count 1 of its complaint, Hiscox seeks a declaratory judgment that it has no continuing obligation to defend or indemnify the Biological Resource Center in Illinois because it has already spent more than $2 million in defense cost. Are you guys still there? So basically, the insurance company that's been supporting the Biological Resource Center of Illinois is saying they're tired of paying this money out. They're saying they're tired of defending these people in court, and they've paid enough and they don't feel they should be responsible for this anymore. These people, Lloyd's of London, the British insurance market. Okay. So the British people are saying, you know what? Y'all got us fucked up. Okay. Y'all little scam artists is over there doing the most and thinking we about to pay all this money. No, they filed in court so that they don't have to be responsible. Look, no continuing obligation. Okay. All right. So count 2 seeks a declaration that the Biological Resource Center have waived its rights to assert that each claim limits the liability applied. Okay. Each claim limits of liability and further requests that this count award Hiscox the amount it has expended in excess of the $2 million. So they're saying they actually want some of their money back because they've spent more than the $2 million. Okay. So they're basically citing legal standards. So he's basically given the basis for his ruling. This is his analysis. Let's see what it says at the bottom. Okay, so the insurance company is saying that all those cases should be treated as a single claim and not separate claims so that, for their money reasons. Let's see, what did the judge rule? Here we go. Given the breadth of the term related as interpreted in Illinois and by the Seventh Court, this court agrees with Hiscox that the underlying cases here arise out of the Biological Resource Center in Illinois' alleged acts of mishandling descendants' bodies, and that these alleged acts are related under the policy. The underlying complaints vary in their precise wording, but all allege that 1, the Biological Resource Center promised to use the descendant's body for education and or scientific research, and 2, they made false representations and breached the duty it undertook when it mishandled and or sold the bodies, and the plaintiff discovered the Biological Resource Center's allegedly wrongful conduct following the January 2015 raid. Thus, the underlying cases are all based upon allegations of the same specific course of conduct. This court finds the underlying cases plainly related under the policy terms. Okay, so the court is siding with them. They're saying, you're right, this is all one case. We don't have to, you should only have to pay the cap of the $2 million. Okay. So they're just saying in a single case. Now they're trying to argue that it's different anatomical donations involving different giving documents. So they're just trying to be bullshit. saying like, oh, different body parts. You can't pay the same for fingers. You pay for a head. And, they're just being stupid. Okay. So this court rejects the Biological Resource Centers of Illinois's reasoning that they sold different descendants' body parts at different times, or that it may have executed different gifting agreements with different witnesses under different circumstances, does not make the claims unrelated. Okay, so they're just saying y'all are full of it. Okay, they had another argument. We don't even care about their arguments. They basically lost their case. Okay, so this is what I want to show you. The policy's limit has been exhausted. What does that mean? That means the Biological Resource Center of Illinois, their insurance company is not fucking with they ass no more. And the court said that the insurance company don't have to fuck with them no more. The policy's limit has been exhausted. We're done here. The single claim limit in the policy is $2 million, period. That's all they're getting from these people. Now, they've already admitted that the insurance has paid more than the $2 million in claim expenses. Okay. So it's saying that Hiscox has no further duty to defend or indemnify the Biological Resource Center of Illinois under the policy as to the underlying cases. September 19, 2018. Okay. So I wanted to show you that because right after they're done with all this, because this just happened. This is 1 day ago, 17 hours ago, 2 days ago. I mean, this is front and center all over the news. But once they're done with this, they're going to go fuck with Rosemont. And guess what? Rosemont is not going to have no backing. Rosemont is going to have to pay up. That little village is going to finally have to do some suffering, because they're going to have to pay for their own defense. They're going to have to go to court with the feds and pay for their own defense. They're going to have to pay out all those claims. Right now, there's only 10 claims. Well, there's 10 claims that we've seen from the center in Illinois. But after this FBI raid in Phoenix, there's going to be more claims from Phoenix. So Rosemont is in a lot of trouble. Rosemont is in a lot of trouble. And as of today, really as of last week, there's no way they can play down this organ trafficking. When we started talking about organ trafficking 2 years ago, man, people, we were names, we were, I mean, they treated us like the devil. Making up stuff, clout chasers, just want attention. I pointed out Sherry Schreiner's video. People start calling me. I mean, it was a mess. It was a hot mess. Now, fast forward. What's right on the front page? The organ trafficking from the Biological Resource Center. Today, it just happens to say the Arizona address. But I kid you not, in a few weeks, we're going to see reports about the Illinois address. This is all the same company. Okay. Let's go back to the FBI website. Okay, so this page is still up. It says, if you or your organization acquired human anatomical material from any of these companies, or if you were involved in the donation of a loved one to any of these organizations, We would like your assistance in obtaining more information that will aid in the investigation. Very, very, very active. Okay. They're still requesting people to come forward. To obtain critical information from the next of kin of body donors, in this case, and from end users of the human anatomical material, we ask that you complete the below online questionnaire relevant to your situation. Okay. Due to the large number of donor families and end users potentially affected, the FBI will only contact respondents who indicate they would like to be contacted. We greatly appreciate your assistance, and here's their email. So if you have information, now would be the time to get it to them, because they're definitely focusing on this. I've seen another video where the FBI was targeting Rosemont because of their security contracts. They're also going to be down there because of the organ trafficking. They also have a set of eyeballs on them from double dipping, trying to be the lawmaker and the mayor. So I think that, hopefully very, very, very soon we'll see, some of these people brought to justice. But I'm going to go. I have some more to tell you, but, I don't like to put it all in one video. So I'll be back very soon. Bye-bye.